It's too windy to land, sir. I said, that's okay. Land anyway. We have no choice.
This particular Donald Trump's incident has reminded us of the huge gap that exists between a Muslim community and a non-Muslim community. So, Islam, with the great wisdom placed in it by Allah, came to protect 5 things. 5 essential parts of life that human race cannot exist without. But it's so unfortunate that Islam gets the highest criticism, especially from people like Donald Trump and the rest, for trying to protect this very 5 essential aspects of life. And the very first essential part of life that Islam made it mandatory to be protected is the religion. Because a human being cannot be cultured, a human being cannot be trained and educated to live like a human being with fellow human beings in the same community without having a religion. This is why the religion of Islam, from the first day of Adam to the last day, had placed the penalty of apostasy. And the second very most important part of life that Islam came to protect is the human life. Allah valued the blood and the life of a human being and made it so sacred that he placed very strong penalties for anyone who dares try to waste the blood or a life of a fellow human being. And that is why Allah placed the capital punishment and placed the law of a life for a life in Islam. Allah says in the Holy Quran that killing a single soul is the same as killing the entire humanity. That is why if we were to practice the Sharia law throughout the world, then under no circumstances will the peace and security of any society or community be threatened by an individual or a group of individuals. Unfortunately, the people who reject the Sharia law vehemently are the ones witnessing the worst of insecurities. Even a presidential candidate is not safe. Then what about a common man on the street? His own case will surely be worse. Any Muslim country that endeavors to practice the Sharia law, even at the least stage, experiences peace, security, and harmony in their society that can never be experienced anywhere else in the world. That is because Allah is the one who created us and He is the one who gave us Islam because He knows what is good for us. The third very most important essential part of life that Islam came to protect is the brain, to protect the human brain. That's why Islam forbade alcohol, drugs, and anything that will tamper with your mind. Because Islam values the mind so much. Because when Allah asks you in the Quran to think, to contemplate, to ponder upon His signs, He is asking you to use your brain. So He will not allow you to use anything again that will damage your brain. The fourth very most important thing that Islam came to protect is the dignity and the integrity of a human being. And to protect this dignity and integrity, Islam encourages marriages, and at the same time, it puts a very strong penalty for adultery. And unfortunately, instead of this community to learn from Islam and use these laws to hold the roots of the community, which is the family, together and keep away adultery and other acts of shame, they are totally against the law of Islam when it comes to adultery. And their communities are nothing to write home about. And the very last fundamental of life that Islam came to protect is the wealth, to protect the human wealth. Because Allah created the human with this ability to own, things. And to protect the right to ownership, the Sharia permits to cut off the hand of a thief. And it's, at the same time, something that these people are strongly against.